Hello, GOALBULL investor, and welcome back. Why are rich people so successful? It's not because they're smarter or more talented than you, but rather it's because they have a different mindset that allows them to achieve their goals, even if those goals seem impossible. This isn't just an opinion either, as it has been proven through studies done on the psychology of wealth and success. In this video, I'm going to reveal the secret of how rich people think and why poor people don't. You might be surprised by what you learn. Welcome to GOALBULL, the place where future successful investors gather and get inspired. If you have not subscribed yet, you were missing out. Let's begin. Number 1. Rich individuals focus on net worth rather than income. Have you ever heard the term net worth before? Net worth is the difference between all of a person's assets and their total liabilities. If your goal is making money and increasing your income, that's fine. However, rich people don't measure their financial success by their salary or an hourly wage. They look at the accumulation of all their assets and subtract out all of their liabilities. Every billionaire has his or her own consistent net worth. Rich individuals place a higher value on real estate and assets in order to increase their net worth when compared to low-income people. Rich people recognize that net worth is more essential than personal revenue since real estate holdings provide more possibilities, which opens up more money. If a low-income person saves his entire wage but continues to acquire unnecessary goods, he is not increasing his net worth. Number 2. Rich people spend work based on output, not input. Wealthy individuals see our society as one that is founded on a results-oriented business. When they're working, they consider themselves worthwhile by requesting payments in relation to the success of their output. Poor people, on the other hand, accept payment based on how much time or effort they put into a task. A wealthy person, for example, understands that his talents are worth what he gives to the market based on the results he has achieved. On the other hand, a poor person believes that greater input rather than completing tasks in time will make him richer. Rich people seek out to produce results rather than inputting time. Most rich individuals will not end up focusing on working long hours or putting in an extensive amount of effort for a single task. It's true that hard work is required to become wealthy, but it does not always lead to success of people. Hard work alone is not enough. Number 3. Invest in bigger things. Avoid small savings. There's a saying that goes, penny wise, dollar stupid. This idea reflects on a person who tries to save money by eliminating little expenditures from time to time. The wealthy do not follow this theory. They prioritize larger expenditures in order to save money. They say that rich people think about future generations while poor people focus on themselves. Rich people compare spending thousands of dollars on an expensive dinner party compared to buying 10 years' worth of food for a similar price. The rich know that saving money can make a larger impact in the long term. One reason rich people are rich is that they know how to play the game of money in order to win. They also know that risk-taking is an important part of this game and approach it as such. Number 4. Rich people think using both mindset than either or. People who believe rich and poor people think alike would be surprised once they learned how rich individuals actually view money. Rich people approach money as a way to acquire happiness and security, not as an end goal. Many of them understand that there are many ways to earn income and accumulate wealth. That is where both mindset is present among rich people. For example, a rich person wants to buy both a pair of jeans and a pair of shoes, but he didn't have the money for buying both. What would a rich person do? Instead of choosing between the two or having the either-or mindset, a rich person would spend his money to produce more money in order to get both jeans and shoes. Thus, he will not buy any of the two items. For instance, a rich man's $100 budget to get both items would be used to buy water bottles instead and sell them to gain profit. Once achieved, he will have the money to buy both jeans and shoes, with additional money from his water business investment. Pretty cool, right? Rich people always think in a flexible way. They don't just sit there and wait for money to come their way. They think about different ways on how to acquire both material and spiritual wealth. Number 5. Think of problems as opportunities, not obstacles. Rich people don't see problems as obstacles. They see them as chances to learn something new, opportunities for growth and betterment. For For rich people, problem solving is not just critical thinking or being critical of others, but it's also about understanding what is right through their respective solutions. One example, imagine you're a shoe salesman who is assigned to a rural area where no one wears shoes yet. A rich person mindset would think that since no one has shoes yet, that would be his opportunity to introduce the product to them. It also means less competition from other salesmen. Whereas a poor person's mindset would just give up and see the rural place as obstacles or worse, a punishment. He would think that his boss is trying to force him into a place where there's no chance of pushing people to wear or buy his products. Number 6. Rich people spend more time with successful people. The rich people we see today are rich because of the rich people they choose to be with. That's why rich individuals choose to spend most of their time with successful and rich businessmen rather than poor ones. Even though rich people tend to be very busy, they still manage to find enough time for self-development and learning from other rich people. They attend rich people's seminars, conferences, parties, and have chats with them. Have you ever thought about Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, or Bill Gates were friends? Well, whether they're friends or not, they are considered to be acquaintances where they spend time together. There's another theory that a person is the average of the 5 people he spends his most time with. This theory emphasizes the importance of rich people in one's rich life. The rich people understand that as long as one wealthy person gets rich, rich people everywhere benefit. It's important to remember that your social circle affects how you would perceive or accept success in life. Number 7. Rich people read 500 pages of books every day. When was the last time you ever read a book? Did you know that Warren Buffett, considered as the greatest investor of all time, reads 500 pages of books every day? His rich life philosophy is to spend 80% of his time reading. This rich habit has made him the successful man that he is today, knowing more than what most rich people know. Every day, rich people read books because it's an effective way to learn and understand complexities, challenges, and opportunities around them. People usually invest in things like land, properties, and industries, but rich people, on the other hand, choose to invest some of their money in skills and opportunities for growth. Just like Buffett, Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, also claims that he learned to build rockets just by reading books. Meanwhile, Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, reads 50 books every year. Rich people believe in the saying, "The more you learn, the more you earn." As French poet and writer André Chenet says, "A mind of all logic is like a knife all blade. It makes the hand bleed when you see it." Hey GOALBULL investor, here's a reminder. Becoming a millionaire does not happen overnight. It requires a lot of things. First, rich people tend to focus on net worth rather than income. Second, start on finishing output first rather than input more time into a task. The next one is to invest in bigger things and avoid small savings. Fourth, achieve getting a both mindset instead of having an either-or mentality. Fifth, don't worry about problems as obstacles. Think about them as opportunities. Sixth, spend more time with rich people and successful ones. And lastly, read at least 500 pages of books every day, just like Warren Buffett. Which of these top 7 actions to become a millionaire have you already done? Which advice blew your mind? Do you have rich habits that help you become rich? Share them in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. We want the very best for you, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more high-quality financial content updated regularly. Alright, see ya!